Guys, look at my fur babies. My fur baby. My fur baby. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Chris. Anyways, so today I am recording a get to know me part 2 because there are a couple questions that I never really got to answer. And I mean, lately Joe and I have been going on TikTok live, and I noticed a lot of questions that people are asking through the live. I'm like, wait, I never said that in my first get to know me video. So this video is hopefully going to cover all the missing questions. Yay! So if you're interested, keep on watching. If not, get out of here. Just kidding. Anyways, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. Yeah, just comment what you like about the video, what you don't like about the video. But anyways, now on to the questions. All right, so first question that I got was, what are my pronouns? Now, obviously, as you can tell, I'm a man.
¿Cómo te llamas? Dayana.
¿Cómo te llamas? Roberto!
Of all seriousness, it doesn't matter what pronouns you use for me personally, because at the end of the day, as long as you're being respectful about it, it doesn't matter if you call me he, it doesn't matter if you call me she. I mean, hopefully with this face, you would automatically assume that I'm a woman, but if you call me a man, okay. But if you're rude about it, obviously I don't like that, so just be respectful about it. You know what I mean? That's all it really is to it. And if you're gonna ask what Joe's pronouns are,
It's chocolate.
second question, what is my favorite color? Well, if you haven't seen my last video, which is going to be linked down below, I pretty much wore my favorite color. So my favorite color is purple. If you want to show love to any of my posts on Instagram, feel free to leave a purple heart emoji right underneath the post and I will like it. Another recurrent question that I've seen a lot, am I a drag queen? I am not a drag queen, unless someone decides to supply me with wigs and costumes so I can be a pretty drag queen. Thank you. Next question. What is my favorite video game? So if you don't know, for me, video games, makeup. Like, if I can choose between staying in and playing video games or going out and doing my makeup, I mean, it really depends, but majority of the time, I just want to stay and play my video games. I'm a video gamer at heart first. Before I met Joe, always played video games. I would spend so much time playing video games. In high school, I would lose sleep for video games. You can even ask my parents. My parents knew how much of an addict I was in video games. Video games that I do enjoy playing, any Super Smash Bros. Series, so any, like, I don't know how to explain, like, not arcade games, but like fighting role-playing games. I don't know what you consider Super Smash Bros. As, but Super Smash Bros. My first. So if you're good at it and if you want a challenge, I'm your person. Like, I love a good challenge. I'm very competitive. And second would probably be Pokemon games. I love anything Pokemon. The new generation, and like, I'm an old school Pokemon player, so I love me my Pokemons. Maybe it's because I'm Asian.
Son, we need to have a serious discussion about the type of Pokemon you've been catching lately.
Elaborate.
All right, so this one right here, this one's just a straight-up man.
No, he has a tail.
Now these days, I'm pretty much playing Fortnite. I know that's like a kid's game, whatever. But I mean, personally, I like it. So if I like it, then I'm gonna be playing it. You know what I mean? Okay, now this is a good question. So the question is, what is a big misconception people think about me? All right, so a lot of the times people think that I'm very like to myself, I'm stuck up, I'm not easy to talk to, but that's usually because that's just the outer appearance. I would like to consider myself kind of friendly. As long as you come at me with, like, you know, good energy and you're not being like malicious or like hating, then I'm really easy to talk to. I hate when people kind of like judge you from the way you look, the way you dress, and like they don't get to know a person these days. A lot of people are just like, oh, okay, well, he's gay, so I don't want to know him. But like, I'm very nice. Like, I'm not that gay, I think.
Let's fucking go!
Alright guys, next question is, how do I handle criticism in the public and through social media? Alright, good question, because I've learned to develop tough skin as I grew up, and it's very hard sometimes to kind of like be able to take criticism and to listen to what negative stuff people have to say. So usually my best way to just, you know, kind of like handle it is just to ignore it. I mean, it's not healthy, I would like to assume. Like, for example, the more you poke at a bear, eventually the bear's gonna attack. Right now, the way that I cope with negative comments is I just do my best to ignore it, because if I'm perfectly fine with the way I dress, the way I talk, the way I look, then it shouldn't matter what other people say. Period! It's so funny because a lot of times on Joe's TikTok live, when we go on live together, they're always commenting Demi Lovato, Demi Lovato. I mean, like, do I look like Demi Lovato? Let me know in the comments below. Let me put a picture of Demi right here. And tell me if we're twins. Alright, next question is dream place to visit. So my dream place to visit would definitely be Tokyo, Japan. Like, I feel like the culture and like the vibes are so different compared to the United States and just like anywhere in general. I feel like it's gonna be such a culture shock the day that I actually get to visit and vacation out there. I would say the Philippines, but I've been there when I was younger. I would definitely love to travel back again now that I'm older, because I feel like now I have a bit more freedom to do what I want. And there's so much more islands to travel to in the Philippines. There's so much more stuff I can do now that I'm of age. I can go to bars, travel with Joe, and like just adventure. I mean, the only thing that sucks is obviously like we need a dog sitter for our 2 dogs. But other than that, like, yeah, that's the only thing really restricting us. So yeah, we'd love to travel a little bit more. All right, another question is, do I plan on opening my own business? Yes and no, kind of, because I feel like trying to open up a business is a lot of responsibility. It's a lot of work, of course, but it's a commitment. You can't have 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out. Like, you need to be like determined to like make that business fly. A dream business of mine is to open up my own restaurant. What kind of restaurant? I will not say, because I want to be the first one to kind of open up a fusion restaurant with these 2 different kind of cuisines. I want to be an innovator. You know what I mean? I want to be like influencer style, like, oh my God, I came up with it and no one else came up with it. Or I popularized it and everyone is like jumping on it and they're like, oh, okay, it's not that bad. I want to be able to create something like that. So at this moment, I'm not going to say exactly what kind of restaurant I'm planning on opening. Another business that I do want to eventually venture off into is I want to be able to go out and promote other businesses. I don't know how to explain it. Like for example, Joe has a lot of makeup artist friends. I want to be able to be that kind of influencer where I travel, get a makeup service done by, for example, one of his friends. Then after that, I get to, you know, ask questions. It'll be like an interview styled kind of thing. Not even like a tutorial, more like they're doing my face and I ask them questions like, oh, you know, how long have you been in the business? What brought you to this business, etc. I want to be able to make reviews of small, big businesses, independent businesses in general. But the main thing that I want to tell myself and tell like the viewers is like, I don't want to be known as the influencer who's biased because, you know, they're my friend or not. Like, I want to be able to speak my true opinion on it and like just be honest, because a lot of influencers these days are very like plasticky. Like, they're not honest about it. I feel like I'd be the type of person to be honest about, you know, about testing a product or testing a service. Do Joe and I plan on having kids in the future? Yes, we do plan on having kids in the future, but at this moment, we are at our point of our lives where we're still building our career. So we're kind of like, we don't want kids yet. I mean, we already have 2 fur babies. So, I mean, like, that's already a lot of responsibility. It holds us back from doing certain things, as in like traveling like long distance wise without having to, you know, to bring the dogs with us all the time. Like, I know a lot of our friends are having kids. At this time, we're kind of like, not yet. I feel like we're at a not yet kind of stage. But when we do decide to have a child, the first child we want to have, we definitely want to adopt. We want to feel like, you know, we can give a child in need a loving and nurturing home where, you know, they don't have to worry about finances, or they don't have to worry about, like, you know, just finances in general, I guess. But we don't want them to worry and struggle in life the way that we did when we were younger. I don't know about Joe, but I know my upbringing, I was very lucky to have the parents that I did, because they did their best to, you know, help us get the best education, get the best kind of like living experience while we're younger. So I definitely do appreciate that. So shout out to my mom and my dad. Yeah, so our first child we definitely want to adopt. The second one, we do want a surrogate. Like, we want to be able to kind of like, I don't know what the proper term is, but we want to have a Blasian child, because obviously Black Asian, like, we want to be able to kind of like combine that. Sorry guys, don't mind the moving background. I'm just moving up forward because this natural light keeps on shining in my face and it's messing up the way I look. So yeah. All right, so final question. I feel like this is the #1 question that our personal friends in real life always ask Joe and I. Do you have Joe's last name, or does Joe have your last name? So, my way of explaining it is we both have our own last names. So he obviously has his, and I obviously have mine. Why didn't we hyphenate it? First of all, let me say it nicely. I don't want his last name because I like my last name, sorry.
Really?
But I don't want him to have my last name only for the sole purpose that my older brother's name is Joseph. So if he were to switch his last name to Joseph Penunia, that would be kind of weird, wouldn't it? Like, I don't know. Sound off in the comments below if you think it would be weird. So like, tell me, would you feel a type of way if like your significant other had the same name as like one of your family members, and then they're like, oh, can I have your last name? And it's like, no, because then it's gonna sound like I married my brother. I don't know, that's just me personally. But yeah, that's the only reason why I told Joe that I don't want him to have my last name, sorry. I know that seems kind of like selfish of me, but I like to think my last name has, you know, it has value, because anyone with my last name is, I'm pretty sure 99/100% related to me in some sort of way. Like, if you were to go on Google and put in my last name, the first thing that will pop up is actually my aunt. And I've met her on multiple occasions. That is the sister of my dad. So, therefore, I like to think I'm partially famous. My aunt over here has a pretty, I would like to say high status. I think she's the secretary general, or I don't know, something like that. I'm gonna put it up here again. But she has a high position for the AFA, which is the Asians Farmer Association or something like that. So much respect to my aunt. Shout out to my aunt in Philippines. What's up?
Hey, auntie.
Yeah, I would like to think that my last name is very unique. I would like to think it will be eventually a household name. I would like to hope so, like the Kardashians, you know. But yeah, so that's the reason why I guess we don't have each other's last names. Sorry. But yeah, so that's the video, guys. Those are all the questions that I have. If you like the video, thumbs up and subscribe. Feel free to also leave a comment. Maybe there's more questions that I didn't answer. Thanks guys for listening again. Thanks for watching. I hope that gave even more insight of the type of person that I am. If you haven't seen my first introduction video, which is part 1, it's in my link below, so I'm going to link it again. So yeah, thanks guys for watching my part 2 of Get to Know Me. I hope you liked it. I hope it was, you know, enjoyable. I hope it was tolerable. Thanks guys so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye. God, guys, tell me how I literally got all dressed up. Like, I don't even know if you guys can see it. Hold on. Ooh. I wore the same exact outfit that I wore on my viral post on Instagram. So, guys, you better commend me for dressing up the full geesh.
Make some noise, y'all. What the
Comment, like, subscribe. Thanks, guys.